David Beckham redefined English football's global image, a master of dead balls, a fashion icon, and a captain who led with elegance. At 50 in 2025, he stands as a cultural ambassador far beyond the pitch. Steven Gerrard was Liverpool's heartbeat, fierce in the tackle, thunderous in the shot, and unmatched in loyalty. Now 45, he remains an icon of leadership and fierce determination. Frank Lampard was the goal-scoring midfielder every team dreamed of, intelligent, clinical, and tireless in his runs from deep. At 47, he's remembered as Chelsea's greatest and a model of consistency. Paul Scholes played with quiet genius, his vision, passing, and technique earning him praise from legends across Europe. At 51, he's revered as one of England's most technically gifted midfielders. Michael Owen exploded on the world stage at just 18. Fearless, fast, and deadly in front of goal. Now 46, he's remembered for his precocious brilliance and Ballon d'Or glory. Wayne Rooney was raw power and street skill combined, England's youngest goalscorer and all-time top scorer for over a decade. At 40, he's seen as the bridge between golden generations. Rio Ferdinand was calm under fire, graceful with the ball, solid in defense, and a leader in England's backline. At 47, he remains a symbol of modern center-back evolution. John Terry embodied defensive grit, brave in every challenge, and a leader who bled for badge and country. Now 45, his legacy still echoes through Stamford Bridge and Wembley. Gary Neville brought relentless discipline, never the flashiest, but always the most dependable for both club and country. At 50, his influence endures now behind the mic and in memory. Ashley Cole made the left-back role his own, tenacious in defense, slick in attack, and feared across Europe. Now 45, he's hailed as one of the best fullbacks of his generation. Sol Campbell was a rock at the back, strong, composed, and unyielding under pressure, from Spurs to Arsenal to the England spine. At 51, he's remembered as a defensive giant of his generation. Joe Cole brought street football to the grandest stage, a playmaker with flair, vision, and the ability to unlock defenses at will. Now 44, he's celebrated for lighting up matches with instinctive brilliance. Emile Heskey was the perfect partner, physical, unselfish, and a quiet force in England's attacking play through the late 90s and 2000s. At 47, his value to team balance remains widely respected. Ledley King was class personified in defense, calm, elegant, and often unbeatable when fit, though injuries stole many prime years. At 45, he's revered as one of England's great what-might-have-beens. Jamie Carragher was heart and grit, never afraid to throw his body on the line, a warrior who gave his all for club and country. Now 47, his no-nonsense defending still earns admiration. Owen Hargreaves gave England a European rhythm, composed under pressure and vital at the 2006 World Cup with calm, continental style. At 44, he's seen as one of the most underrated midfielders of his era. Jermaine Defoe was clinical and nimble, a master of sharp finishes and last-minute goals who always carried a threat in the box. Now 43, he's remembered as one of England's most natural goal poachers. Kieran Dyer brought electric pace and driving runs. A versatile threat who battled injuries, but still left flashes of brilliance. At 47, he's admired for his resilience and raw talent. Gareth Barry was steady, dependable, and smart, quietly racking up England caps while anchoring midfield with intelligence and composure. Now 44, his longevity and tactical awareness remain respected. Teddy Sheringham played with wisdom and vision, always a step ahead, linking play with finesse well into his late 30s. At 59, he's remembered as England's thinking man's forward. Nicky Butt was the engine in midfield, gritty, focused, and essential in both United and England's toughest battles. At 50, he's remembered as the unsung warrior of golden squads. Darren Bent was all about goals, pacey, persistent, and always lurking around the box with a striker's instinct. Now 41, he's respected as a consistent threat in England's front line. Danny Mills was built on drive and discipline, a hard-running right-back who made his mark in the 2002 World Cup. At 48, he remains a symbol of no-frills determination in defense. Robert Green stood tall between the posts, reliable and often called upon in crunch moments for both club and country. Now 45, he's remembered for his presence and resilience as England's last line. David James was athletic, agile, and sometimes unpredictable. His longevity and reflexes kept him in the England fold for over a decade. At 55, he's respected for enduring the highs and lows of life in goal. Trevor Sinclair brought pace and flair on the flanks, known for spectacular goals and endless running in the three-line shirt. Now 52, he's remembered for his energy and versatility across the pitch. Phil Neville was Mr. Versatile, filling in across defense and midfield with quiet professionalism and consistency. At 48, he's respected for his adaptability and long-standing service to England.